Hey, what's up, Seekers? Wanugee with GoldenDragonFortunes, your K-Rap sidekick, and we're going to be doing a reading for the person on Red Velvet that we haven't done yet, and that is the Maknae. It's going to be Yeri, Kim Yerim of Red Velvet. So, level up, are you ready? Come on in, let's go.
We're going to look at the future. The more we know, the more we nurture using Mah Jong tiles. Energy profiles flowing out from today help us see the way for your idols or stands. You loyal K-pop fans want to know what will happen, so let's start our mapping. Got to know what will show. Subscribe, hit like, go with me, jump ahead in time, big hit me.
안녕하세요, 여러분. Welcome everybody. Magandang araw, assalamualaikum, selamat pagi. Bom dia, buenos noches. Anyway, welcome everybody. Rev Loves, come on in. We're going to do this reading for Yeri, the cute little Maknae of Red Velvet, and see what's going on in her future over the next 6 months to a year. And we're going to use our Mah Jong tiles like we do to help us do that. For you that maybe are new to Red Velvet, they've been around for quite a while. They debuted in 2014, August 2014, so they've been around for 6 years. But Yeri wasn't part of their first debut. She actually came, they debuted in August of 2014, and she kind of joined the group and came with their their second album, second song. And she was debuted right after her birthday in March of 2015. So she actually joined SM Entertainment in 2011, so she was only about 12 years old when she joined SM Entertainment, and then she debuted in 2015, so 3 years later, and then she's been performing for 5 years with Red Velvet. So right now she's got her own little radio show. It's called Dum Dum Radio or Yerhan Radio, and she's kind of showing her personality, and she's interviewing some guests. She had some guests on so far. In fact, she has a great knowledge of the second generation of girl groups. So she's already had Yubin on from Wonder Girls, and then also Yeri from SNSD or Girls' Generation. So these were like second generation girl groups, and she knows all their songs. So she's a real kind of a throwback a little bit, but she's got a great personality, and so she's kind of doing her radio thing. And I think, let's be honest, ever since 6 months ago when Wendy, had that tragic accident at SBS Entertainment and on the stage and broke her several bones, right in the middle of they were going to release they're doing their tour, the third part of their festival tour with their song called Psycho. It was really tragic because Wendy obviously has been trying to heal for 6 months, and now the girls are kind of doing some of their own things. So, Yeri's doing her radio show, and now Irene and Solgi have their subunit, and in fact they're going to come out with their second song in the subunit. And then Joy, she did her collab with Crush, and then Irene's going to be doing something this fall, I think, later in the year. She's going to be doing a movie. She's going to finally get an acting job, and she's going to do a movie. So we're happy for her. But this is about Yeri. And so let's see what's going on with her. She's only 21. She's born in 1999, March of 1999. She's only 21, even though she's got 5 years experience already. So we're going to take a quick look at 3 things. We're going to look at a kind of overview of the energy kind of flowing in her future overall. And then we're going to look maybe at her career a little bit more and see what's going on there more specifically. And then we're going to look at her love life and see what's going on with that. And we're going to start with the center of each tile, these rows of tiles for each question, and then kind of work outwards, kind of to see how the energy, the chi energy is flowing in her future. So, you ready, Rev Loves? Okay, here we go. So, to the general energy for Yeri, let's see what the tiles say. It says that she's going to be very busy right now. She'll be busy communicating. Obviously she's doing that with the radio show. I encourage you to go check it out. But a lot of busy energy, but with cooperation, collaboration with others. So, she has a producer there. She has, a team there. It's not just she's just doing her own YouTube by herself. So it's kind of more official. And then she's having guests on there. And it says there's going to be an emphasis on communications, talking, meeting, communicating with people over the next 3 months or so. And it says when you get into a little bit of fall, it seems like there's going to be some healing that's happening. Maybe it's emotional healing. This is the 3 of bamboo. It's called the three-legged frog, but it represents healing. And even though the image of the three-legged frog is physical, this tile represents often emotional healing. That maybe there's an opportunity for her to put behind her some disappointments and kind of move forward. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this is around the fall, or about 6 months from now, so toward the end of the year, but maybe they're going to be back together, Red Velvet, maybe all 5 of them, I'm hoping, because it says that the pearl shows up, something nicer or better or more refined and special, like a pearl, is going to be happening energy-wise, probably toward the end of the year. So I hope that all 5 get back together and can perform. I mean, that would be wonderful. But that's what the energy says for Yeri. And as you go out a little bit farther and start the new year, it seems like there's going to be a decision or choice to be made around that time, the first quarter of next year, 2021. This represents a decision or choice. And I guess they're going to be, Red Velvet's going to be out there and have debuted for over 7 years. So, this is typically about 7 years when things start to change in a group. And it says that the decision of choice is going to open up a new opportunity. This is the inner tile says the door is going to be opening up. A new opportunity for Yeri is going to happen roughly the first quarter of next year, 2021. And it says that's going to be something that's challenging and difficult, not going to be easy to do. The north tile says there's a cold wind kind of blowing through and making things a little bit difficult for her. This is probably the second quarter of next year, probably April, May, June. And but she's going to be kind of changing the way she sees herself. This is the peacock, and it represents her, and that she's kind of ready to kind of move forward, and she's changing her identity, and she's realizing that she's not just the person she's been, but she needs to embrace who she is now, which is a year from now, next summer, and then who she's going to be beyond that. So it seems like there's going to be a change in identity for her and her self-identity by next spring, early summer. So that's just the overview. Then let's look at the career question here, and we're going to go do the same way, kind of start from the center, work outwards. It says that there's going to be, she's kind of feeling like there's going to be some chance to revitalize and kind of restart things. This is the phoenix, kind of rising from the disappointments and the ashes of the past, maybe the last 6 months or so, what happened, and that there may be a chance to start something new, and start something new that may be more expansive and growth oriented with the Lotus. I mean, maybe there's some things going on with her channel, her little YouTube channel, but maybe there's something more than that gives her a sense of getting back into a new way of starting something new, and kind of a new enlightenment, a new awakening. And it says that as she goes back toward the end of the year, it seems to say that continues. This phoenix shows up again. The 3 of circles represents rising from the ashes of the past and all the disappointments. So that's continued, and there's 2 of them here, really for the next 6 months. This phoenix is kind of trying to rise again, and something new is starting. And it says there's going to be some success. In the 4th quarter of this year, there's going to be some success. The south tile shows up. This represents the favored direction of the 4 in the system. And so it implies that there's going to be some positive things that are happening in her career at the end of the year that kind of gives her a sense that it's back, it's rising again, perhaps maybe like old times with Red Velvet. And it says that as she starts the first year, the beginning of the new year, 2021, there is something new that she's going to be exposed to. It's not going to be easy. Like I said up here, the north tile shows up again and suggests there's going to be some challenges or some things that she has to work through. Not that she can't, but that she needs to work through. So maybe she's got to stretch herself a little bit, because the Fa shows up. This tile represents to start or to commence or to do something new for the new year, 2021. So she's going to probably have to stretch herself a little bit in what she's doing and how she's doing it. And it's not going to be easy. But it says that there's going to be some good luck or good fortune. By next summer, or next spring or second quarter next year, the dragon represents good luck or good fortune. And so it seems like there's going to be some good things that come her way. And it says that she's going to have a lot of support and a lot of energy. She's going to have a lot of busy energy, working with others in a collaborative way, cooperative way, and in a supportive way, with this insect showing up, representing like a beehive or anthill, a lot of busy energy. But it seems to be a positive, supportive kind of team, kind of same direction kind of energy. So that's what it says for her career. And so now let's look at her love life. Okay, are you ready? Rev loves? Are you interested? Who do you ship Yeri with? You know, you shippers? Let's see what the towels say. It says that there's going to be, there's going to be some strength of energy here. This is the Two of Circles of Pine, represents strength, her strength, to kind of stand tall and make some things happen. So she's kind of feeling her strength, I guess, maybe with her own thing that she's doing with the radio show, or the mock radio show that she's doing on YouTube. And that she's, you know, but this towel can also represent some male energy. Somebody that has this kind of warrior, can-do kind of energy. So this represents her strength, but it also could represent somebody that might be influential that has that strength as well in the next 2 or 3 months. So we'll have to see. This one is the unicorn, the Nine of Circles. This unicorn represents honesty and clarity. So it says that she's going to feel, the more she's honest with herself, the more clarity she has about how to do things and how to move forward. Maybe it just has to do with her own strength, but there's a hint here that there may be somebody else that might be involved. And it says there's going to be some communication that starts to grow and develop and be emphasized, probably in the fourth quarter. This represents communications, talking, communicating, meeting. So there seems to be some emphasis on communication. And then the South Tower shows up again and suggests that there's going to be some positive things that start to happen in her love life in the fourth quarter of this year in some way. And it's a little bit vague right now, but that's what it says. And it says there's going to be some surprising things come up in the fourth quarter. In fact, we get to pick another tile. So why don't you help me out? We're just going to concentrate on Yeri. We're going to think about her. We're going to kind of meditate, breathe in and meditate and say Yeri's name kind of subconsciously. And when we feel a shift in energy, this is when we're going to pick some tiles. So this is how we do it. So let's just concentrate on Yeri and say our little mantra, and when we feel a shift, it's right here, we pick a tile. And it says there's going to be some different options or choices starting from in the winter time of this coming year, kind of in the fourth quarter and moving into the first quarter. Because this is called the bamboo. And the bamboo, you know, is a very versatile plant. It can be made into chopsticks or a hat or a home. So it says that there may be some options and choices that may be available to her from maybe the holiday season going into the first quarter of next year, the winter time. There may be some travel or change of location, or maybe there's something about this love interest or angle that has to do with location, or maybe the background of the person or something like that. But the earth tile shows up. It symbolizes that there's something about location that's going to be different. And give her options and choices, possibilities. And there's going to be some surprising things that happen around that time, probably in the first quarter of next year. This is the mushroom, and the mushroom represents the unusual. You know, the mushroom, is it a plant, is it a flower, it's got a funny shape. So it represents the unusual or the unexpected that may be coming up probably around the first 3 months of next year. And then there may be something about it that has to do with location and different options. And as she goes into the second quarter of next year, seem to say she's going to be changing the way she sees, the way she spends her time, where she is, the energy of her pattern and routine, because this is called the house tile. And this represents that maybe where she is and how she spends her time and her routine is changing. It's going to be different. The energy is different. It's evolving and changing. That's what this represents, this house tile. And it says it seems like it's going to happen that way because there may be a relationship or a partnership that may be emphasized probably next spring or into summer, because this is called the ducks, the two of bamboo, and ducks are all seen together. So it implies that there's going to be some shift and change in her pattern and how she does things, and there may be some interest with another person in the springtime of 2021. So that's pretty exciting. I mean, she's still young. She's only going to be 22 then. She's only 21 now, but next year she's going to be 22, and it seems like that might be something that starts to percolate here in her love life that may change her pattern and routine and may involve another person. So anyway, so that's it for Yeri of Red Velvet. So, if you want to know about your favorite idol, we'll do that. If you just like and subscribe and then, put in the notes down below, who is your favorite idol, and then give us your information, like your birth date, the hour, the day, the month, the year, and the city and state or country of your birth, so we can kind of do the charts more accurately. And we'll reply to you if you like and subscribe, and tell you what your compatibility is with your favorite idol. Or maybe there's two idols that you want to see, how are they compatible with each other. Same thing, give us, just tell us who they are. We can figure out, the other stuff, and then, like and subscribe. But anyway, so that's it for Red Velvet. We've done everybody, I think. We might do another video. We might do some ships, and maybe see what her compatibility is with some idols that maybe she's been associated with, or maybe you want to see about. If you have some ships that you're interested in with Yeri, put some notes in the comments below, and I'll try to incorporate that in the next video. So anyway, so that's all for now. So until next time, we're going to wish you all good fortunes.
I'm your K-rap psychic. Try me twice, you'll like it. My name is Wanugee. OGs call me Wanugee. I'm a wise fortune teller and a really mellow fella. Ask me about your favorite idol. See their future, see what's vital.